Welcome to the Marketing Revolution podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's happening, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution podcast. I'm going to talk a little bit today about content creation. However, before I jump into that, I want to ask you guys if I have benefited your life at all with these podcasts. If you're listening to this podcast and you fucking love it, write me a review, okay? If I haven't done shit for you, this is your first podcast, chill out, listen to it. If it helps you, if I've dropped you some knowledge that can actually help you in real life, because that's what this podcast is about. This isn't just some bullshit podcast you're going to listen to and hear about ideas. You're going to hear about real strategies and real things that work, okay? So if I do that for you, write me a review. It's going to help me grow, and it's going to help us. That's basically going to help me give you more resources and give you more of my time to this podcast. And I want to do that because this is the Marketing Revolution. It is the one and only Marketing Revolution podcast. And I appreciate you guys for listening to me. I really, really do. Love it, love it, love it. I've got, as many of you guys know, I got several other podcasts in the industries that I work in, right? And, a lot of that's in the dent removal industry. And we pretty much dominate that niche. And I want to show you guys, if you are in an industry, I want to show you guys exactly how to dominate that. And that's what brings me to this podcast today. And that is content creation. And not only content creation, like how can you reuse that content and use it to grow your business and to grow your brand and to ultimately satisfy the people that are listening to, watching, or reading any of your content, okay? So we'll talk a little bit about what I do. Literally, I spent all day today just scheduling posts and scheduling emails. I'm using lists that I have segmented, so I know the people that have purchased specific things from us, and I know that we have a general list of people that may have filled out opt-in forms. Each one of them lists are segmented, and essentially, I've got what I would like to call a master list of emails that would go directly to just anybody who has not only purchased from us, but may have opted in to watch a free video, had given us their email, anybody who may have purchased from us in the past. However, I keep active lists of the people that are members of my educational company. I keep lists of exactly what membership level they are, and when they leave, if they leave, they will be taken off that list. Everything is set up automated, all right? So I know my audience. I know who and what I'm targeting when I'm doing this type of stuff. So I want you guys to keep this in mind. I'm not just throwing a bunch of things in the air and hoping something sticks. I've got specific messages for specific clients. So above and beyond that, when it comes to the social realm, we got that as well. So I know, like, I've got the inside of my membership areas, Facebook pixeled, where I know that if I'm running a targeted ad to somebody who's inside of that area, they're already a member, they've already purchased our products. I've got I've got pixels, custom audiences set up that literally I know if they've never purchased that service or they have not been into our membership area, okay? So there's different ways that you can actually do this kind of stuff. But what I do across the board is I create content and I deliver that content on different streams, okay? So one of the things that I do is I use Hootsuite. Hootsuite is an automated delivery system that, if you can imagine, one centralized dashboard that you can look at and not only see your social media feeds come through you could actually chat with people directly on this one dashboard. So I can be sitting here looking at Instagram, and then I'm also looking at Facebook. But I'm also not just looking at Facebook. I'm looking at my personal feed. I'm looking at a page that I manage, multiple pages that I manage. I'm looking at groups that I manage, okay, all through one feed, okay? Then above and beyond that, you have an auto post scheduler. So I sat here today and I scheduled out 2 weeks worth of posts. But while I'm doing my auto scheduling, I'm taking them posts and I'm repurposing them as emails, okay? So that's what I want you guys to keep in mind. I'm taking my post and I'm repurposing my post as emails. So I was able to actually go onto MailChimp and schedule out about a week of emails today, all right? Last week I was feeling it. I mean, I ended up scheduling out, the week before last, I scheduled out 2 weeks and got me all the way up until right about now. Actually, about 2.5 weeks. And so I ended up scheduling all that out and then scheduled all my Facebook posts for, I was scheduled out for about 3 weeks. So when I got on there today, I still had a week of Facebook posts scheduled. And these are my typical posts that I like to call, you're not going to get as much interaction on these type of posts because a lot of them are talking about, why you would want to use my my website products. And also a lot of the posts are talking about different benefits and value to one of my service-based companies, okay? So I'm doing multiple things. I'm doing 2 companies in there at one time. We're doing our educational company, but our educational company has a marketing company built into it. And right now we're hyper-focused on selling our media websites, all right? And then to move one step even further, what we've actually done is we've taken it to the point through our service-based companies. Now we had a custom plugin built inside of our website system. I'm sorry, it's not. It would be actually considered a plugin. It used to be called a widget. Widgets are built inside of WordPress. A plugin's built inside of our custom builder website system. We actually have our own system that's completely built out. It blows a fucking WordPress out of the water. But we had these guys from Egypt create this plugin inside of there, one of many plugins we just recently bought and coded inside of our system. One of them is the cleanest Instagram plugin feed that I've ever seen. Now, what that does is that replaces the need for a gallery, okay? So now you got a ever-evolving gallery. So we're using these in the automotive industry, and they're a cosmetic type thing. So one of the big selling points in a cosmetic type thing is before and after photos, right? You get a dent in your car, they take a before, they take an after. And Instagram has these nice little templates that you can typically use, or you can use them on. There's several different apps that you can build templates that really make a before and after picture look good. You can even shoot like a little before and after picture beside each other, and then maybe put the front end of the car at the bottom, put a little frame around it. I think one of them is called Frame Magic, and then there's another one out there that we use as well that you can connect video to it. But you can literally upload these into your Instagram feed. And then what that does is you can connect it to your Facebook pages. So now you're delivering content inside of your Instagram feed. Then that same content is being delivered into your Facebook page, but now it's connected and being delivered into your website, okay? Which is great because you want your website to be interactive and you want it to be ever evolving with your social media stuff. So the only way to do that is to begin to start connecting and piecing them together. And we realized this. We were looking ahead of the curve, and we knew that content creation was going to be the future, delivering relevant, great content that's designed to satisfy your audience need, whatever their hot buttons are. Creating a great user experience with your client base was going to be the key in the future of social media, right? So we knew that your website had to kind of like coexist and interact with that. So we've got it set up now that our websites, even to the point to where, for instance, if I send out an email, it's typically going to be a blog post, okay? So I'm going to connect my blog into my email, and you can connect your blog RSS feed directly into your Facebook, okay? On top of that, there's so many other things that you can connect a blog to. So you're killing all of these birds with literally one stone. And that's what I want you guys to consider and to think about. Because if you drop a blog, you want that blog feed to go right into your Facebook, okay? Or maybe you want to connect with Google Blogger and set up the RSS feed where it'll deliver there. But think about how many things that you can connect together and then start hyper-focusing on delivering quality content and get your media system or your website involved. And above and beyond that, guys, here's what I want you guys to think about here is like, how can you not only do that, but tie in your current client base with that? And what that's going to be is utilizing a CRM system, and one that has to do a few things. Your CRM system should be able to segment. You should be able to email from it and have basic email templates. And you should be able to tag the individuals to segment them on a list. You really don't need a lot above and beyond that if you're a smaller business, okay? Maybe you might disagree, but I haven't found a need for that. I've looked into some of the huge CRM systems, and once we looked into them and we seen what we developed on the website end, we developed our own CRM system specifically for the dent removal industry, which works out perfectly. And if you actually have somebody who knows what they're doing, okay, they're going to be able to take your CRM system and turn it into a way to capture reviews, all right? So that's what I want you guys to think about in the future is how can you turn your website into a living, moving organism with your social media, because that's going to be the key to having relevant content all the time. The search engines are going to love it. Your consumer experience is going to be better. People are going to see that things are happening, things are popping, and that's exactly what you want from the outside looking in, okay? So anyhow, guys, I'll jump off this podcast, and I hope I gave you a little bit to think about there. And I'll definitely be back on here much more often. I'm so excited about the strategies and things that we talked about today, and we have so many things going on right now that I'm going to have a ton of information to talk about, not only on this subject, but many, many other things. And I want to give you guys a shout out here. We do have another podcast. It's called the Tactical Mentor Podcast. Check it out. It's between me and my dude Wasfi, and he is a badass marketer. The dude is really, really good at what he does. Both of us together, it's more of like a business mentoring / marketing podcast. But the two of us together, we put together a dynamic that I think you guys will love. I've been told it's some of my best work as far as podcasting goes. And but anyhow, guys, we appreciate you and see you on the next one. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the Marketing Revolution podcast. If you know somebody that needs this message, please share it with them. Please write us a 5-star review on iTunes or Stitcher. And remember, everybody wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.